Part 1, The Tipping Point. Chapter 1, A Dire Revelation. In the year 2030, a shocking discovery was made that threatened the very existence of humanity. Dr. Sylvia Harkness, a renowned climate scientist, uncovered a terrifying truth hidden beneath layers of data and simulations. The Earth was on the brink of irreversible climate doom. An undiscovered CO2 atmospheric threshold, if crossed, would cause the sun's UV rays to become so intense that they would have catastrophic consequences. This grim reality weighed heavily on Dr. Harkness as she considered the implications. As the news of the dire revelation spread, people around the globe found themselves in a state of disbelief, struggling to accept the catastrophic fate that awaited them. Panic set in as the reality of the situation began to take root. Melting land ice would cause devastating floods, while the loss of vegetation would lead to widespread famine. The very essence of life on Earth was at stake, and the clock was ticking. Chapter 2, Chaos Unleashed. The world was thrown into chaos as the knowledge of the impending climate disaster spread like wildfire. The fragility of the global economy became apparent as markets crashed, and the foundations of capitalism began to crumble. Nations, once bound by treaties and diplomacy, found themselves at each other's throats, with the specter of war looming large. Families huddled together in their homes, tearful and terrified, watching the world disintegrate around them. The streets, once bustling with life, were now filled with fear and desperation, as people scrambled to protect themselves from the unknown horrors that lay ahead. For many, the future seemed irreparably bleak, and hope was but a distant memory. Chapter 3, A Ray of Hope. In the midst of the darkness, a glimmer of hope emerged. A diverse group of individuals, united by their determination to save the Earth, stumbled upon a potential solution. Their discovery was a solarpunk CO2 binding machine, a marvel of technology and innovation that could potentially reverse the deadly effects of the atmospheric threshold. The group, consisting of visionaries from various backgrounds, realized that their mission was not only to save the planet but also to restore hope to a world on the brink of despair. As word of their discovery spread, the group found themselves at the center of a desperate race against time. They knew that the solarpunk machines had to be created and distributed globally at breakneck speed in order to avert disaster. The weight of the world rested on their shoulders, and they were determined to see their mission through, no matter the cost. Part 2, A Race Against Time. Chapter 4, Uniting for Survival. Realizing that the fate of humanity hung in the balance, the world's nations set aside their differences and joined forces. Governments, scientists, and citizens alike pooled their resources and expertise, working tirelessly to create and distribute the solarpunk machines according to the blueprint provided by the group of visionaries. As the world came together in this unprecedented display of unity, it seemed as though the tide was finally beginning to turn. People from all walks of life set aside their fears and anxieties, focusing instead on the monumental task at hand. The spirit of cooperation and shared purpose ignited a fire within them, fueling their determination to overcome the seemingly insurmountable odds. Chapter 5, The 11th Hour. With time running out, the combined efforts of the global community began to yield results. Factories around the world worked around the clock to produce the life-saving machines, and an intricate network of transport and distribution was established to ensure that they reached their destinations in record time. As the solarpunk machines were deployed in key locations around the world, people held their breath, praying that it was not too late. The air was thick with tension as the machines hummed to life, their intricate mechanisms working tirelessly to reverse the atmospheric threshold. With each passing moment, the world anxiously awaited the outcome, knowing that their survival hinged on the success of this last-ditch effort. Chapter 6, The Turning Tide. Miraculously, the solarpunk machines succeeded in averting the crisis. The Earth's atmosphere stabilized, and the once threatening UV rays were kept at bay. As the news of their success spread, a wave of relief washed over the world. People poured into the streets, their tearful embraces and cheers of joy echoing through the air. However, the near apocalypse had left deep scars on the collective psyche of humanity. The harrowing experience had forced them to confront the fragility of their existence and the consequences of their actions. The world had been forever changed, and the lessons of the past could not be ignored. Part 3, A New Beginning. Chapter 7, A Shift in Perspective. In the aftermath of the crisis, the world turned its attention to the future. The brush with extinction had forced a renewed focus on living more socially and being extremely climate conscious. People began to question the systems and values that had brought them to the brink of destruction, and a new way of thinking took root. In the face of adversity, communities around the globe came together, forging bonds that transcended nationality, race, and religion. The spirit of unity and cooperation that had saved the world now served as a beacon of hope, guiding humanity towards a brighter, more sustainable future. Chapter 8: The Birth of a New World. As the lessons of the past were absorbed, a new global consciousness emerged. The world embraced a solarpunk-inspired vision of sustainability, cooperation, and respect for the planet's delicate balance. Communities came together, sharing resources and ideas in pursuit of a common goal, a future where humanity and the Earth could thrive in harmony. Cities were transformed, with green spaces and renewable energy sources taking precedence over concrete and pollution. Education shifted its focus to empathy, creativity, and environmental stewardship. The world had been given a second chance, and it was determined to make the most of it. Chapter 9: A Legacy of Hope. As the sun rose on this new era, the people of the Earth looked to the future with a renewed sense of hope and purpose. The scars of the crisis served as a powerful reminder of the importance of unity and environmental stewardship. The near annihilation had forced humanity to change, embracing a solarpunk vision of a more sustainable, socially responsible world. The Brink of Tomorrow had been a harrowing and heart-wrenching journey, but through their collective efforts and unwavering determination, humanity had emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before. The legacy of hope left by those who had saved the world would live on, guiding future generations as they navigated the fragile path towards a brighter, more sustainable tomorrow.